Purdue University Northwest Library, PICO searches in MEDLINE Ovid. In a previous video tutorial, we demonstrated the formation of a PICO search strategy and looked at ways to apply that search in the CINAHL database. In this presentation, we'll use the same PICO search grid for a demonstration of how to perform a similar search in MEDLINE. The PICO question we chose was, what is the effectiveness of music therapy on stress levels in premature infants? We used a PICO search grid to identify key terms and synonyms for each of our PICO elements. Terms for our population are premature infant and preterm infant. Terms for our intervention are music therapy, music, sing, or song. We didn't have a specific comparison intervention for our topic, so we left the comparison line blank. And terms for our outcome are stress or anxiety. In order to access the database, we'll begin at the library homepage and click on the link for databases. Here we can search for MEDLINE by using the subject list to search for nursing topics, or we can simply click on the letter M to find MEDLINE. The first thing you'll note is that MEDLINE database is accessible two ways at PNW. MEDLINE can be searched using the EBSCO interface or the Ovid platform. The MEDLINE content, all of the research articles contained in the database, is the same on either version. MEDLINE EBSCO looks and functions nearly the same as the CINAHL database you've used before. It has the same blue bar and the same EBSCO host logo. MEDLINE Ovid has a very different format. It may look familiar to anybody who's used the Joanna Briggs database, which also comes to us from Ovid. Again, although the appearance and format are different, the content is the same using either platform. For this demonstration, we'll apply our PICO search to MEDLINE in Ovid. Our MEDLINE application has opened to a default view of Advanced Search. Using this method, we can enter all our search terms separately and then combine them with our Boolean operators. I'll begin typing in the various search terms we identified in our PICO chart using quotations and an asterisk for truncation where appropriate. Checking the search history at the top of the page, we can see that a search for the term premature infant returns over 17,000 results. Note that the default keyword search in Ovid is keyword, as you can see right here. I'll continue with the remainder of our search terms. Our search history shows that our individual keywords have found thousands of articles. I'll use the Expand button to display all of our searches. One surprise here is finding that the term sing has returned over 1 million hits. Now that we performed separate searches, we can use Boolean operators to combine the synonyms for the same concept. I'll use checkboxes for premature infant and preterm infant and tell MEDLINE to combine with or. This produces a new search that represents our P, or population. I'll check the boxes for my various interventions, such as music therapy, music, sing, and song, and I'll combine these with OR. I didn't use any comparison terms for this search, but I can use the checkboxes for stress and anxiety to combine these similar concepts. Together, the combination of those terms represent my O, or outcome. Remember that on the PICO chart, we used OR between horizontal terms that are synonyms, and we used AND to combine our separate concepts vertically. So I can now select my population search, my intervention search, and my outcome search, and combine them with AND. So my PICO search strategy has resulted in 114 articles. These articles are displayed a little lower on the page. As I scroll down, you can see my search terms highlighted in yellow. Some searchers appreciate this step-by-step building process in Ovid because it allows them to see the number of results associated with the individual search terms. Other searchers, however, might prefer a search method that works more like our demonstration in CINAHL. To run that kind of search, I'll select the multi-field search option. The database has now provided me with a set of 3 stacked search rows, much like those we used in CINAHL. I can use the search terms from my PICO search chart, once again separating synonyms with OR across, and the separate concepts with AND vertically. So now, once again, I have a search strategy with my terms for population, intervention, and outcome. I could press the plus symbol if I needed more search rows. Notice that the default search here in the multi-field search is looking for my terms in all fields. Depending on the quantity of results we find, it might be useful to change one or more of our search terms to subject word, or perhaps even a search only in the title. For instance, if I decide that I want music therapy to be the main subject of my search, I can change this field to subject. Click on search. And my completed search returns 31 very targeted results. This was a brief demonstration of performing a PICO search in the Ovid version of the MEDLINE database. If you have questions about PICO searching, please feel free to ask a librarian.